hello. Sound good? Hello, hello. Hi, it's Mel and Tony under the tree where we meet Saturday, 4 o'clock. Mel, you okay?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, I don't know what our topic is today, but
What do you mean you don't know?
I didn't remember. So, whatever it is, we'll battle it. Me and Mel, we'll battle it. But let me ask a couple of folks called me because they know, um,
That's good.
yeah, I'm, I'm specialized in plants, trees, and you know that I very good at what I do. But um, plants and trees. Before we get in our topic today, I had a couple of questions. A couple of people asked us. People, especially in the West, having an issue with some type of fungus, and they were asking me about what they can do. So today I'm gonna try. I'm gonna take it on, and so you can get some help. And believe it or not, it can be very simple. You will be shocked to know how to solve this problem. Anyway, let me show you what it looks like. I'll pick a plant right in the back here. You see this? Everybody complains about, see this black stuff on all over their plants, especially in front of their house where they have their beautiful plant and they don't want it to be all, and they get scared and say this black stuff is destroying my plants inside. Relax. Here we go. It's a it's a fungus. It's a black fungus, and what happened? It's really called Scott mold. It's a fungus, but actually it's a mold that um, that is a little bug comes on the plant, and what the little bug does, it leaves like a little type of marking, little web type thing, and this fungus or this mold comes to eat it. And once they come to eat it, that's how they get on, and they trying to eat it all up, and that's how it comes. Now, this mold doesn't really eat the plant. This mold don't eat the plant. I know, that's why I say relax, don't get too hot. What this does is strangle the plant. It's a whole totally different thing. And what happens when it strangled the plant started to dry down because no sunlight, no water. It started to die. Now, solution. Solution to this problem, everybody wanted insecticide. Hold on, relax. Soap and water. Any type of soap and water, any type of detergent. 1 gallon of water, 1 teaspoon of joy, 1 teaspoon of anything, Tide, any detergent, and you spray it on. You can wipe it on because some people take the towel and or the t-shirt and wipe it on.
Some piece of rag.
All right, and you could take it off your plant near your house. I'm not talking to big trees now. You might need professional people to spray it, and but you're talking about the plants along the house that you could reach. You just spray it. 7 days later, spray it again, and it's gone. Voila. So, Scott mold is easy to get rid of, but it's everywhere. All of a sudden, it's taking over the vest. It's on every plant, every fruit plant, every fruit tree, especially the mango leaf, pear leaf, and the grape leaf, and they're everywhere. So relax, take it easy, and that's where you get rid of it. Or if you think you can't handle it, call a pest control operator. They get it, but they're going to use insecticide. But I say soap and water get you where you want to go. Another tip from
Hold on
Tony.
one second.
Anyway, um, well, I had a conversation just a while ago, so I like to bring it up, Melanie, before we start the show.
Hold 1 second. Let me just.
Okay.
I think.
And
Okay.
and a little, I usually come here to do the show kind of an hour before. And today I I went in the store that I normally stop and have a chat. But most times I never, the lady that owns the store never chats. She always, busy all the time. And so today, the first time she had a chat with me, and that was interesting. And I would like to just say hello to her and hello because we had a conversation and she said, "Oh, you do a show and this and that." So I want to send a shout out to Miss Hunt. You say?
I think that's
I
it.
think his name is Hunt, but a little store right down the road. Anyway, Melanie, what's the topic today?
When a man says, "I love you,"
When a man says he love you.
hmm
So if I say I love you, that's all the show is based on.
well, basically, what does it mean?
Actually, I think the show is based on. Don't when man say love you. I think you got that one wrong. The show was based on when a man have sex with you. He he thinks sex is romantic. That's the way he shows romance.
Oh,
That was
okay.
the show supposed to be, right? Okay. Anyway, when
I
a-
got it wrong, I
yeah,
guess.
she got it wrong, but that's fine. But we can take it on both of them, eh? All right.
Well, I would think, depending on, because of course you would know. You're the man. You're the true expert in our discussion today.
And relationship. When a man,
From a male
but
perspective,
when a woman says she love you, what she means? Oh,
let's keep it.
keep it.
Let's keep
What?
the focus on the man today.
But most time when men say they love you,
hmm
there's a reason. Most times men say they love you, they really don't love you.
Why is that?
Most times they want to have some. They want to have sex with you.
Okay.
They want to have a relationship to get something.
Hmm.
So most men they say they love you because what they see with their eyes, like, I
So
love-
when they say I love you, that mean I like what I see.
yeah, there you
I
go.
want to get to know you better.
Yeah, because most times men see you and then be attracted to you somehow. But
Visually stimulated.
Yeah, but most times men don't even be attracted to you. No, they want something that you have. So
So is it just habit?
some men just looking for some everywhere. They just it don't matter. You could be down the road, up the road. It didn't make a difference. Once they see you, a new woman, and you carry the special thing that they want, they will tell you they love you. If you ever think about this conversation we have it. Men will tell a woman they love him the minute they have the first conversation. But you know I love you, no. Oh, I like to get to love. It's always they never see men lies. Men lie so much. The key is this. But this boss won't leave me alone anyway. He love me. The key is this. Men lie to get where they want to go.
Okay.
And most times men lie because they want to get in your pants. That's the goal and object. And it depends on how he gets in your pants and he feels about it, he might want more. Because if he gets in your pants and it ain't working, he don't want no more. Or he come back just for the fun of it.
Mm.
Because he could get in your pants. It's like control. He's controlled the area, territory. You know, just like just like how they talk about dogs and an animal controls their territory. The stronger the animal is, the powerful he is in his village, and he controls his village. And so when men say they love you, most times what they meant, I want to get between your legs, or I love you enough. So let's see if we could go a little further and have a conversation, but still it's end up to get in your pants. So it's all based on one thing. See, after the initial conversation, and when you find out where you are here, now you might start changing your mind. Now you might say, oh, okay, this girl cool, I could just hang with her a little longer.
Well,
I can make her.
I
Mhm,
thought that that
mhm.
would be the assessment of the first conversation, where, well, at least for women,
Oh, woman, that ain't good.
they like. What do you mean, women that ain't
Ah,
good?
woman
Women
fall in love
want
with
to
words.
know.
Woman fall in love with actions. Woman fall in love
Well,
with
well,
anything.
basically, they,
Go on,
yeah,
say.
they fall for what men tell them,
What do we tell
but
anything?
to say that they fall in love, women don't fall in love at first sight.
Woman who fall in love first sight.
No.
You have so many aggressive women. The minute before they even see you, once the first time they put their eyes on you,
Mhm.
they they already know that this guy
Mhm.
is capable of being the one that I love.
Okay.
But it's a weird thing. Like I said, it cost myself. I know there's plenty of trouble this week. I can get plenty. It's a weird thing because women don't even tell the truth. God have them. Let me tell you why I say that. Most times, women base their relationship and love on what they think the man could do or what he could bring to the table.
Oh, I thought it used to be on how he look, how he carries himself,
That's back then.
how he
That's
communicates.
back then. That's when old school stuff. That's what he's talking about. See, this day and time is what you could do for me.
So how could you tell what somebody could do for you?
Well, woman talks and they talk one another. So listen to the conversation. Listen to the conversation. Who that is? All that so and so. Say, child, he own this, and child, he own that. See?
Mhm.
So right away, they are eyeglassy because now
Okay.
this guy
That
capable of, yeah,
sweeten.
he's sweet the pot. He's
Mhm.
capable of taking care of the whole situation. And too many times that women fall for these men
Because of what they have.
have, yeah, it's all because what the eye see, what they wear, what they have, what they how they act.
But what is
Most
the
times, gone.
is that a bad thing? What is the problem with
The,
doing it
the,
like
the,
that?
the problem with doing that, most times in most cases, the woman has to do more to keep this relationship. Let me example.
Yeah.
Example. A man who have means,
Mhm.
most times he will tell you, "Oh, I'm not doing it. I'm not washing no dishes. I'm not
Mhm.
doing it because I pay this bill." It always, I give you money. I did. So his thing is, he don't want to do nothing but be the king.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so if he is paying the bill and
Mm.
he is the king, then she take care of him and be the queen. Is that it?
It should go like that, but that's not. Most women who do that get hurt at the end of the day.
You sure that's how it should go?
That's a well, that's supposed to be him, and women love it that way. But most
No,
women,
but him and men love it that way.
yeah, okay. Any way you want to put it, but it's the same thing. But most women who, in situations like that,
Mhm.
their life, they'll tell you, well, I enjoy my living a good life, but if you really investigate deep, it's so black inside, you wouldn't believe it. Most times, those type of guys,
When you say black, you mean depressing,
yeah,
um,
black,
distant, dark,
yeah, they most likely stay.
hopeless.
They most likely stay home.
Mhm.
They most likely don't see their husband till nighttime. They
Mhm.
most likely don't really go nowhere with him because he's so he's so busy trying to make you happy by
Mhm.
giving you what you want. And most times those type of men are not really go getters, you know.
No?
No,
What type of men are they? I mean, they have things, so where they get it from?
what the attitude is that I oh she could leave me, but she ain't going to nothing because it's me gotta go in. See, you ain't got no life.
Mm. Mhm.
He makes your life. That's what you
Well,
think.
that's the woman who is fully dependent on
Yeah,
him.
but because he controls the situation with his
Mhm.
finances,
Mhm.
so you will get as a woman what you will get out of this deal is that you say you happy because you getting a trip, because you driving a nice car, because you everything to your needs. You ever listen to Bahamian woman, most Bahamian woman who uppity? They say, child, I ain't worrying. You could have another sweetheart if you paying the bills. And he taking care of me. See, their language, because their mindset now changed. It ain't about it ain't about me and you having a relationship, good relationship. What it is about, he can do what he got to do. Once I spend his money, and once he make me happy, and once he put the food in the house, that's not a relationship.
What is it?
That's a marriage convenience.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you said an
Yeah.
arrangement.
I marry you because I need somebody to take care of me.
And I marry. Oh, so the woman marry because she needs someone to take
No,
care.
the man marry because he needs somebody to take care of him.
And the woman marry because.
And the woman marry because the man tell her he needs somebody. He tell her, I need somebody to take care of me. He didn't say, I need a wife. He said, I need somebody to take care of me. That's why I marry you. So he telling you this, but you so caught up and think he mean me
love
and you.
you?
Yeah. Ain't no, like I say, ain't no love in that. In most
Well,
cases,
clearly, I guess what women have to ask then is, what do you mean by that? So that they will be clear and not cross the wires as to thinking he mean one thing when he totally means he needs somebody to take care of him.
Yeah.
That mean do what? What does it mean to take care of the man?
well,
What is he talking
well,
about?
he getting up in age, and he can know because all his children, probably from the previous marriage, he ain't checking for him because he ain't check for them, and so he needs somebody to take care of him. So when he sick on the bed, he can need somebody to come and clean his backside, cook for him, make sure he feed and eat in time. Yeah, most women today,
Is that old school or that's current day?
well, old school, that's the old school folks, but young people are doing that now too. Let me tell you why. They two timing him. They two timing whoever. See, they doing and they fine with it. But pops don't realize he getting, because nobody wants nobody who just gonna put me on a pedestal and tell me I love you. Oh, well, I love you. I know you there. Yeah, I love you. And there's a, here, take this money and go buy this. Yeah. See. So I am just paying to play. That's all I'm doing. And then I get married to you. And then it even get worse. Because now I go to my friends,
Leave you home.
leave you home, take care of the children. And so you there taking care of the children because your head ain't good. Because all you do, you got your nice car, you could go out with your sisters, you can hang out with, you could go to church and everybody look at you as principled standing woman. And you know in your heart you're dying. Because all you want your husband to do is to come home and put your arm around and tell you he love you. You only want the simple things, See, the question is this, my question today. How much people in this situation in the last year went for ice cream with their husband? The answer would be more like this. Let me see the answer be. Husband would go, well, they know I don't eat ice cream. Care the children. That's the answer. Secondly, when the last time you and your husband went for a movie? Oh yeah, this beating day, this whip day. When the last time you and your husband went to church together? See,
Church is a regular, man.
no,
Church is
to
a
fool the
given.
people, not many people go to church these days. Not many men. And when was the last time you and your husband had a good date? I'm not talking about when he come home one night. I'm talking about when he say we going on a date. He took you for dinner. He took you out. dance or something, and then he take you home, and he really romantic you. He really touch your soul inside. He,
Made you feel
yeah,
special.
everything on your body starts shaking because now you never feel like this for so long. See, women get the bad end of the stick because women always believe in their head that the man one day can change.
Hmm.
And
So basically, what you see is what you get. Don't go looking for no change.
oh,
But
listen,
but but
in marriage, people get worse.
I was just gonna say that because even the ones that start out
You get worse.
romancing and dating and doing things together, I guess it depends on who paying for all of that, first and foremost. And then secondly, um, you really have to be somebody who down with whatever it is that he enjoys.
Yeah, exactly. But now, watch how this works. Most men will tell a woman, now listen, I romantic,
Hmm.
right? So, when he first meets you, he send you roses and flowers, and he call you up and he tell you all kind of things and he open the door for you, all kind of stuff. But most men do only do that because they won't get between your legs.
Okay.
That's what they call romance. Getting between your legs is what man call romance. Majority of men, they romance you to get between your legs. So when they romance you to get between the leg, they do everything next up to that point to get you to the leg. After then get to between your leg a few times, you'll see all that drop off. There was no romance in that. That was just to get this point. Because they really don't. They say with them, oh, they're romantic. Go back to the wife. When was the last time your husband took you on a nice beach and walk, hold your hand, and kiss you and tell you that he love you? When was the last time your husband, watch this now, this don't happen, but then when the last time your husband take you in a store and say, honey, I love this dress. I want you to see you, I like to see you in this dress. Now watch this. Watch where I go with this trouble. How many women will allow him to buy it and wear it? Not many. That's why men don't do it.
That's interesting.
Mm.
So, my question is, where do we go wrong? And I'm gonna make it a Bahamian thing.
Okay, make it Bahamian thing. That's
Where have we gone wrong in the Bahamas that there is no connection
Christian.
in relationships?
Religion. Now,
Yeah.
let me say this to you.
Mm-hmm.
Religion, let me tell you how it happens, and I can break it down so everybody understands this. You got Anglican, Catholic, this, that, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Got all these churches, all these branches, that's what we call them, different denominations.
Denominations, yeah.
How much of them get along?
I don't know.
Why all of them? These are Christians. Why so many? Because if they did get along, we would have them all over the place. So, let me say something that. So, how could you tell me that God didn't speak to me
About what?
anything? I got back here. I answer your question. I got all this going there.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I prophesy to you, just going right to your answer.
Mm-hmm.
If I prophesy to you and I say, God, tell me this, who is you to tell me God didn't say it?
Well, I guess that depends on two things.
Mm-hmm.
One is my personal connection with God,
Mm-hmm.
and two, how I perceive your connection with God to be. So if I have faith or you appear to be upstanding, honest, godly, and you tell me God tell you something, my response is going to be, okay, thank you, right? But if I am wired to believe that God don't speak directly to me, but he speak to me through others, then I will take it. But if I believe that God speaks directly to me about something pertaining to my life, then when somebody comes, I'm gonna raise a brow because I'm gonna, well, God didn't tell me that, and me and God we ain't mad with each other. We still on speaking terms. So why he have to come to you to tell you what he have to say to me?
So, if I tell you God tell me that's your husband,
Mm.
what you can tell me?
Well,
I get back at the watch me.
if God tell you that, then he would have already told me that. And when you come with it, it's confirmation for
Okay.
me.
For you.
Right.
So I
So
go on.
so I would receive it as confirmation. But if he ain't tell me that, then I will still say thank you. And then I would say, I will have a word with God on the matter.
So only God could change your mind when you get a bad man, right? If God ain't come to you and tell you this man bad, right?
Because bad is relative. Bad
Mm-hmm.
is based on what I looking for. Because listen, let me tell you, a lot of relationships are in problems because people say the man bad or the woman bad. But from where you sit, he's a good man or she's a good woman. So bad is based on what I am in the relationship for. And as long as what I am in the relationship for is being met, then you could say how bad he is all you want,
So,
but that's not going to cause me to believe that he's a bad person.
so in a relationship,
Hmm.
it is your mind.
It
It's
is
what you perceive.
it is what you
It's
perceive,
what
what you
you say.
experience.
Exactly. So that answers your questions. Right? What was your question? You didn't remember it so long.
I asked, what is the problem in the Bahamas? Why so few people are connected in their relationship?
Because what do they believe? They listen from other people to tell them what they believe. They don't, on their own, create their own belief. They let somebody else's belief become theirs.
Okay.
And most times, it comes from a background of being nice,
Hmm.
being Christian. So it's come basic from the religion. See, religion has a lot to do with it, because if you perceive me to be a nice guy, ain't
Hmm.
nobody has a word to change that. Even if the priest come and tell you, give example. I give a good example of that.
Hmm.
If you marry or dating a man who drink rum,
Hmm.
and he drinks rum all the time,
Hmm.
but you live with him,
Hmm.
you take care of him,
Hmm.
that's who you love.
Hmm.
But you will then tell me, oh, well, I always tell him, but he living, he run drinking and this, right? But you stay with him.
Okay.
Okay,
But
so,
but
go on.
but
Well,
think about this. That man that drinks
mm-hmm,
daily, don't he meets his responsibility in the home. He shows me love. He's kind. He's gentle. He is his only problem or his only recreation because some men drink rum and like some people say they can handle their rum.
mm-hmm,
And some men drink and they go to bed,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
The house is operational. I have companionship. It all again
So, so,
depends
so,
on
so,
why the person is in
so
that
you saying,
relationship.
so you saying
That
that works for you?
a man who drinks rum
I,
is not a problem.
I asked you, that will work for you?
For an individual, it can work for
Okay,
that individual.
okay, fine. Now watch this.
Mm.
So, in this individual life, you think they reach a potential that They're the perfect life or the life they can go after. And
But guess what?
you think they really and truly happy?
The individual who drink,
No, the one who lives with the drinker.
there's a possibility.
So, what you saying that even though this man get drunk and go to bed,
Right.
once he takes care of his
He
responsibility,
doesn't break up the furniture. He doesn't abuse me. He doesn't abuse our children. He is loving. He is kind. He is gentle. He is everything that a lot of people who don't drink is.
So perception, that's your perception. That's what you love, and that's what you.
But
So
what-
hold on, wait,
but-
wait. That's what we talking about now. The same thing we talking about. So what you saying to me? It's okay for a woman to have a man
Who
sweetheart.
drinks? If that
Who's
is
sweetheart.
what?
It's okay.
No. You see,
Hold on,
you
hold on.
changed
No,
the
no,
topic.
no. The same principle.
It ain't the same principle.
What you mean in the same principle?
It is not the same principle.
So-
when
so-
that man drinks alcohol,
Okay.
his alcohol satisfies a personal need. Okay? When you in a marriage and you go out there and you have a sweetheart,
That's not, hold on.
if
That do my personal need.
yeah,
The same thing.
yeah,
And guess
but
what? And guess what? Let me tell you why I agree with this.
Why?
Guess what? Because there's no sin greater. See, only one sin that I know is great.
Drinking. Who tell you drinking alcohol is a sin?
Getting drunk is a sin. Not drinking alcohol. Getting drunk.
Why is it a sin?
Because you're not yourself. It's a sin.
What you mean? You're in yourself.
Hold on. Hold on now. There's only one sin in the Bible that I know.
The
Lord, forgive
Bible
me for-
tell me.
What the Bible tell you?
The Bible tell me sin is a transgression of God's law. Which of God's law says thou shalt not drink alcohol?
God's law said thou should not put anything in your body that defiles it.
That was
No,
a Levitical law.
It's a Levitical law. Now let me give you something. The only sin that I remember, and I think I know the Bible pretty well. The only sin I think I remember is
That's greater than any other.
yeah.
Is what?
what?
It's greater than any.
Hold
is what?
on. You brought me to this. Something else has kept me. You make me go deep. Hold on. I just thought about something. You know, there's another sin that is great, but even if you allow it to happen. Look in Revelation. Let's go to Revelation. Revelation.
Listen.
No, I ain't going to. I can stay here. We go in the first part of Revelation. Then we go in last chapter in Revelation. It says, if I am a homosexual, right? And if I'm not a homosexual, and I allow you and agree with you and use a homosexual, that's one of the biggest sin. It's Revelation, check it. It's right there. That's one of the biggest sin.
Listen to me.
But hold on now.
Listen to me. When
So-
you,
so
I,
wait,
I don't
wait, give me-
understand where you
stop.
get that from.
Let me go to Revelation. Now watch this. Now watch this. Watch what I can say to you. If I sit here and allow you to tell me that alcohol and you getting drunk ain't a sin,
It says
that means
in it is said.
I'm sitting here and and being a part of you that
But listen to me though, there is
I should not
nothing
be a
that
part of you.
says that.
Uh-huh.
The Bible says, I think it's in the book of Proverbs, wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and anyone who is deceived thereof is unwise. It doesn't say it's a sin. It says that you are foolish.
But so
Because
Be-
of the
being
effect
foolish is a sin?
no.
okay, let me ask you a question.
Because
If
in that
you-
way, the whole world is
If
us.
you-
I
if
mean,
you-
but we all have
If
sin.
you know you gonna fall off this cliff, and you fall off this cliff,
then that's foolish.
No,
Because you
that ain't
actually
foolish.
put yourself there.
No, because
it's
you-
not a sin. It doesn't make
it's
it
a sin because you kill yourself.
no,
It's a sin because you kill yourself.
no. Because when I step out there, I did not step out there with the intention of killing myself.
What you mean? You foolish.
No, it's like
You know if you
taking-
step over there, you could potentially kill yourself.
It is simply taking a
intentionally.
risk. That's not it. If I step out there with the
Smart.
intention of jumping off, then yes, I killed myself.
Smart.
But if I step out there and say I want to see, because there are some people who see something as danger. Again, perception. You may perceive standing out there as dangerous. For me, I don't see it as dangerous.
You know,
I perceive that I can stand there and remain safe.
you know, I sit here and I like this conversation. I'll tell you why I like it. Because it comes back to me that when you believe in openness and freeness, and it's difficult to pinpoint because people just keep switching and switching.
Because you
No,
know why?
no, you can't.
Listen, no. Let me tell you this. The problem
Tell me what's
with
the problem.
us is that we are too boxed in. We close ourselves off from possibilities.
Yeah, no, but if we keep open, see, if we keep opening ourselves, we opening ourselves to destruction.
That's not true.
See, knowledge.
That's not
See,
true. You see, knowledge, because guess what? Again, it all comes down to what is tested and proven. Some people will only go as far as what is known.
You believe in science?
But I believe science is an evolutionary process of discovery.
Okay, that is where the problem
But
is.
there is no finite knowledge.
Let me say this to you.
The world is vast.
So what
Let
you
me tell
saying?
something.
So what you're saying? The
So let me-
Bible.
uh-huh.
Go ahead. So what you're saying to me? Because this is exactly what you're saying to me.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me hear it.
Because
This is exactly what I am understanding you to be saying to me.
Okay, the Bible says what you're saying to me is now.
What
Oh,
I'm
wait.
understanding you to
Okay,
say.
what I understand is that. So what you're saying to me, though the Bible is written by inspired men,
Inspired.
it's inspired men.
Yeah.
They left something out. There's something along the
No,
line.
but guess what?
Okay, so-
we
so-
know that the Bible that we have is not the original document.
So they left something out.
Well,
It was
there
not the
are
original, they
other
left some out.
readings. There are other readings because
But
guess what?
I love this conversation. But you know what?
And there are books that the King James
I
version
kind of agree with you, but
selected to not include.
yeah, I kind of agree with you. But I just take you down the road because I know exactly. You might not want to say it, but what you're saying that somewhere along the line, those inspired men left something out.
No. The inspired man did not leave nothing out. The original writers.
So you're saying they wasn't
the
speaking the truth?
original writers wrote from
Let me listen to what you're saying.
inspiration.
Okay.
Inspiration means that you got an insight.
Okay.
Something spoke within and you wrote it down. That
Okay.
is inspiration.
So did they left anything out?
I don't know whether
Do
they
you think
leave
they left
anything
anything
out.
out?
I cannot judge that
You think
because
the Bible,
guess what?
You think the Bible is perfectly written?
No.
Okay. So that's the same thing.
No.
If you don't think the Bible is perfectly written,
What
they
is
left something
what
out.
is in the Bible is good, as the Bible itself declare,
Don't
for
mix yourself up.
teaching, for learning, for discernment, for guidance, right? However, the problem with the Bible,
You see why the relationship mix up?
no.
So much
The
different
problem with the Bible is, like you said just now, so many different interpretations
So many
of the
different
Bible.
interpretations.
And guess what? That is why inspiration is not reserved to the people who wrote the Bible. You know, God still is. He still inspires.
Let's go back.
He
Let's go.
still speaks to us one on
But
one.
let's go back to our
So
conversation.
yeah, so the relationship and man in particular, you talk about religion.
Right, you talk
But
about man.
religion in itself make relationships the way it is because men feel that when they're
Give me
in a
5.
relationship,
Give me 5. Give me
you
5.
ain't sure I say what else.
Give me
though.
5. Finish now. Finish what you want to say.
Because it make men feel like, oh, they're in charge.
There you go.
They're in charge.
But that's why
and
I
so,
brought it up.
So different religious followings have no respect, no regard for the female. What I say as the boss, you don't say, and you listen to me. And some people stand up in the pulpit and say, but what happened in the Jewish era, how the women even didn't even sit with the men. The women were over there, they were over there. If the woman had any question, she had to ask her husband in the home. Okay? So yes, that happened perhaps in some areas, but what makes that uh global standard, that because it happened there, that's the way it happens in the rest of the world? That's exactly what happened to us through colonialism.
Yeah.
We were, our religion, what we believed was banned and what was handed to us was the King James Version, when there are so many other original scripts that are there.
Yeah, but
But we, the problem is, we reject, we deny, we condemn, and receive something that has been altered as the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And that is where we go wrong.
yeah. So, before we close, I wanna say this to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes in the same thing. All this align up the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about man and love,
Mm-hmm.
and we talk about man and sex,
Mm-hmm.
we talk about man who like to have, who say they're romantic,
Mm-hmm.
and how they ain't, but
Mm-hmm.
they
They
try to
perceive that
perceive
they
it.
are.
Yeah, okay. So when man have sex
Mm-hmm.
or go to his wife, so he begs.
Well, unfortunately,
Should he beg?
no, he shouldn't,
There you go.
because
Sex is silent.
the two becomes one flesh.
There you
But
go. Now you're going to the
but
Bible again.
but you see,
The same Bible you
like,
talk
guess
about.
what?
Body.
But guess what? When two becomes one flesh, that don't mean their body merge into each other. What it means is the connection is there, where, like Jesus said, I and the Father are one, but that don't make them one being. That make them one in purpose, in interest, in methodology, in principle, and also in communion. Because the problem with a lot of relationships is the communication is all but non-existent. And so when the man now, he's scared to touch the woman,
Say that again.
because some men are afraid to touch their
You
wives.
gotta ask.
You know, and some of them scared to ask, and that's why it's easier to just go there where the women are throwing it at them.
But you see, the problem, going back to what you're saying, see, and I mean to be the devil advocate on this one. See, when two people loves one another and really loves one another, they don't have to ask.
It's like
They
it's
don't
like
have to ask.
clockwork.
Yeah.
It's like clockwork.
We get-
So basically, you know what it is too?
You gotta tell me what it
It's
is.
like the woman who have to ask you for money in order to buy food to put in the house, who have to ask you for money to pay the utility bills, who have to ask you for the money when it's time for the children's school fee, or it's some field trip or something. And the thing about it is that caring is what a relationship should, which should be the foundation of marital, romantic, where I shouldn't have to ask. You so in tune with me that you notice certain things. You notice certain things. I shouldn't have to ask.
What?
And that's the same thing with sex, because when you don't have to ask, I don't have to ask. But people are so sour, they're so bitter because their other needs are not being met. And for a woman, for a man, sex is number one. For a woman, sex is number 10.
Mm-hmm. But that is what 90%, and the conversation today I was talking about, and our conversation, you sums it up now, because that is the key, and that's why relationships, most relationships, when man say I love you, he don't even have you deep in his heart. It's just a surface. Because if he have you deep in his heart, he really don't have to tell you that. He can show you. See, that's the key. He don't have to say it. He show it by his action,
And
by
all
whatever
the
he does,
complaints,
and all the complaints.
all the
And the
complaints that the
woman
men
should
have.
reciprocate, where a man should never have to ask a woman for
Exactly,
sex.
exactly.
But most
So
men
it
have
is
to ask these
really,
things.
but that's because most women have to ask.
No, 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 no.
Most women have to ask.
No, no.
And guess, yes,
Most
ma'am.
women want to ask because,
They want to.
yeah, they want to ask because they're greedy.
You see, that's a perception.
No, they want more than the man could afford.
And the man want more than she could give.
No, she could give more. But let me tell you what happened. The man,
Well, you see,
the man might only,
so
hold on, the man might only could pay the light bill.
so why is she with him? You need to be with no man
See,
who only could pay the light bill.
You answer the question.
Why is she with him?
What you mean? Why you with him? So
Why?
money.
So
money.
Listen.
Money is a relationship now.
So sex is a relationship.
But sex is natural.
So utilities are natural.
Not
too.
really.
Because guess
Because
what? The woman
that's
say.
utility and
in-
natural.
So it's because of the standard that society has set,
It's a
and
standard
men
that you all said.
and don't do it.
That standard that woman
And
said.
men make themselves out to be, I can do this. And so the woman say, okay, baby, let's do this.
That's-
You do with your part and I do my part, and together we will rock
Well-
like a ship on the ocean. But
Rock like what?
a ship on the
That's
ocean.
where we gotta close right there because we gotta rock out here. Our time is gone.
Yeah, long.
And I want to be known today as the man
Sticks to his
stick
time.
to my time
Yeah.
and a man who stick to my word. That's all I want. So, folks, we can finish this conversation because she just get hot. She just start to tell me about how a woman should do it. A woman don't do it and why a woman don't do it. That is the 9% of the problem. Because a woman want to do what she want to do and she won't tell you how to run the show.
No, the man
And
wants
she
to.
never wants
the
to
man wants to
So we got-
suppress and oppress the woman,
Oh, gee.
and then she still turn around and be loving and kind and gentle and giving and all of that, when all he wants is for his needs to be met, and all the rest could go to hell in a basket, like he says.
Folks, we under the tree where we meet every Saturday, Mel and Tony under the tree for a lively discussion. And I know we gotta finish this because Melanie just get hot. But I want to say, the day is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and glad in it. Melanie, and you should say,
Amen.
have a good day. And we see you next week, same time, right here under the tree. Mel and Tony. Bye-bye now. Have a good day.
Come and go with me. Speak your mind and you'll be free. Come and meet Mel and Tony. Come, let's go under the tree.